I bought 2 million real YouTube views on one of my other channels after finding a super powerful, fully legal method that is not against the terms of service and actually works to get you real relevant viewers. And this is what happened to my channel as a result. And by the end of the video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can best do this for yourself too. My name is JeremyB. I've been making YouTube videos since 2011, and I've grown 24 successful YouTube channels that you can see right here. Throughout the 13 years that I've been on YouTube, I have tried tons of ways to purchase real views. I've done things like giveaways, which Mr. Beast did when he was first growing, boosting social media posts, and trying all sorts of shady random websites from third world countries. And the one thing I've found that always held true is that if you're actually trying to grow a legitimate channel, buying YouTube views is bullshit. Sure, you could definitely find some random illegal website and buy 1 million views overnight for like $100 or so, but those views will be extremely low quality and actually hurt your video performance more than it helps when it comes to getting real viewership. And this is because YouTube doesn't use views as a metric to decide if they're going to promote your videos. Instead, they use watch time, and buying fake views gets you absolutely none of that. So you might think then, okay, what about buying watch time then? And although there are definitely websites where you could pay to have a bunch of sweatshop kids click and watch some of your videos, YouTube's algorithms are already so advanced that it knows that that's not the same as a proper viewer finding your video naturally. And YouTube's algorithm works by using the user profile of people that have watched your videos to find similar viewers to those people and then recommend your videos to viewers like those people. So unless I guess you're trying to reach a whole bunch of little sweatshop kitties, even purchasing real watch time from actual humans is going to just destroy the algorithm of your channel. Instead, my next experiment led me to the approach of buying shoutouts from other creators on YouTube. And after a whole bunch of rigorous testing and honestly a lot of money wasted, what I found is that when done the right way, you can actually end up getting a ton of real human views with actual watch time from real engaged viewers that are ideal for your channel, resulting in real natural growth for the long term. So with my journey here, I started by identifying a wide variety of channels that had a similar audience to what I was trying to target with my content in order to have a strong foundation to choose from. In my case with this experiment, I was making Minecraft videos, so I found a whole bunch of different Minecraft channels. But as you can imagine, most creators don't want to just promote someone randomly, so I reached out to way more people than I actually intended on doing promotions with in the first place. I made some really generous offers, and eventually I found 2 channels that were willing to promote me. Those were these channels right here. And again, I'll share exactly how much I paid for all of these views by the end of the video as well. And so I worked out a deal with them, and the first promotion we did here resulted in about 40,000 views for this video right here. And then we did a second promotion as well about a week later, which resulted in about 43,500 views too. Now for the promotions themselves, after some extensive testing across my other channels, what I found the best way to do it is as a community post, which you want to do as the image post style within the community post options. And then exactly like this, use a shortened version of your title under 50 characters in the first line. And then on the second line of text, have this exact text of watch and then the shortened YouTube video link. It's really important to get this shortened link. You can find it at the share button on any videos page. And then you want to use a square image for the thumbnail of your post because community posts are shown in a square image format. And this is definitely the best way to do it because image posts just get seen a lot more than direct video link posts. And you also need to make sure that the video link itself on your image post will be shown above the fold on mobile devices. And easily 90% plus of community post views do come from mobile devices. So you never want to put very long text before the actual link of your video. And that's why you have to use the shortened link as well, so that it all fits above that see more option for mobile viewers. And this method for getting promotions from other creators results in the most real engaged viewers because it almost kind of filters people by having them need to see the title and thumbnail of your video before actually clicking on it, even though it's still from the community post. And while other styles of community posts actually would result in more total viewership, having that sort of viewer filter is really important for the maximum possible quality of viewership that you're getting with this promotion, since these viewers are coming from a completely different channel and have most likely never seen your content before and don't know and don't care about who you are. However, going back to my examples, if we look a little bit closer here, actually these posts didn't really result in any natural growth at all. The views here, if we take a look, they're just all coming from the external traffic source, which is the views from the community post link. And after trying a few more of these posts, we had bought about a couple 100,000 views so far, and while they did always result in 5-figure views for every single video we promoted, there was no sustainable channel growth yet that we could carry on to future videos. Like, we were still averaging like 200 or 300 views a video for our stuff that wasn't getting promoted, and it just was no actual growth to the channel. But as I continued to purchase even more promotions, I mean, we were still getting 20, 30, 40,000 actual real views from every single post. So it's clear that the promotion method definitely worked in some way, but the problem was that buying promotions for a video, it's really meaningless if the video isn't good enough to grow on its own to begin with. No amount of promotion is gonna fix a video that viewers don't want to click on and they don't want to watch when it gets promoted to them. And this was quite clear because from these videos, our watch time and click-through rates were honestly both quite horrible for what we actually needed to grow. So we still had no progress even after buying about maybe 300,000 views at this point. So I knew things had to change. You can't ever expect to just keep doing the same thing over and over again and get a different result, and that's especially the case when it comes to YouTube. So we took a break for over a month from doing new posts, and instead took the time to work deeply on our content and try to make something better. And what I found at the time was that animations in Minecraft were actually super popular, and there was this really big trend with animations at the time that other channels had blown up with. So I hunkered down and worked with an animator, paid him a bunch of money, and we made a really high effort animation that capitalized on this trend in a good niche with the right audience, and then we released the video. For the first few days, it didn't make too much progress. I mean, we had like 700 views after the first 24 hours, and honestly, this was pretty heartbreaking. I had just paid the animator over $2,000 on just this one single video in hopes that it would grow our channel, not to mention all the previous promotions that I had spent a ton of money on too. And I was a little bit in over my head. It had gotten so bad that I was dangerously close to just going fully bankrupt and having to quit the channel outright at this point. To make matters even worse, because the past promotions hadn't really resulted in any actual growth to our channel, we literally only had like 500 viewers in total at this point. And so I purchased it with the very last of my money. But what happened next changed everything for us. Since this promotion was now done on a video with really unique content and well over 10 times the effort our previous videos had, the exact same type of promotion from before that might have resulted in about 40,000 views instead resulted in over 100,000 views in the same amount of time. And that's not all. Almost instantly, within just a couple of days, the video continued exploding and went absolutely viral. And by the next month alone had gotten us over 2 million views, with about 90 to 95% of that being fully from just YouTube's natural promotion. I mean, it was absolutely outstanding, and I was able to replenish some funds and keep things going for the future. However, we had kind of put ourselves in an unfortunate position here. This animation content, it was just a one-off thing. We couldn't really make more of them, and while we had gotten some growth from it, it wasn't going to convert as well as we'd hoped onto our normal videos of like this story-based content style that we were doing. So while we did get some results, we had grown from maybe getting about 500 views a video to getting about 5,000 views a video on average. Our overall content performance was still pretty bad given the context, and we didn't have enough progress to call it a successful channel yet. And we had bought another half dozen or so promotions, accumulating to several thousand views, all of which the videos completely flopped. And it only continued to hold true to my original theory, which is that promotions cannot save a video that doesn't deserve to grow in the first place. So we took a break from promoting once again, and instead of trying to do some one-off big video, we instead focused deeply on improving our content as much as possible. We evolved our storytelling style significantly into like these action-based mystery stories designed around escaping prisons. And while this had an insane amount of potential, it was so much harder and took way more effort to make than just a single video for us before. But I've been on YouTube for more than a decade, and if anything has held true throughout all of my years, it's that when you're doing something that is hard and difficult, it's best to fully face that challenge and push forward head on, because the hardest content to make is what often ends up being the best, and usually has way less competition plus much more value to the viewers. After all, that's why spectacle content like MrBeast's videos are so viral, and that's why no one aside from just a handful of creators can keep up at that level. And even though MrBeast is the most extreme example of this, the same logic applies even at a much smaller scale. So I decided we had to just figure this out no matter what, and I took on some debt to cover increasing our production costs to make our content the best it could possibly be. And with that very last shot, the one final attempt that I was able to put together, we failed and lost everything, and then I had to go get a job at McDonald's. Nah, I'm just kidding. The video was awesome, and with the help of the promotion, we once again completely exploded, and got 1 million views after a month. And this time, since the video was based on our own consistent video format and storytelling, it finally resulted in huge natural growth that would stick with us for the long term. And we gained almost 20,000 real subscribers from just this one video and promotion. And finally, with that, I was able to recoup all of my losses, pay off all my debt and expenses after just a few months, and we had actually built ourselves a full audience of real YouTube viewers by building up a strong and repeatedly successful content style. But things were obviously never that simple, right? We had bought over 30 promotions on individual videos by this point, spread across the past 7 months. And while these promotions did result in us getting about 2 million views just from the promotions themselves, only 2 of those 30 videos that we promoted actually blew up and got proper natural growth from YouTube. The rest of them were all pretty much just a complete waste of money. And again, these promotions were not cheap at all. And so our success here with this promotion style can really be summed up into 2 key factors. The biggest key by far for our eventual success is that while we were buying these promotions, every single video we worked to improve one aspect of our content with the team. We were always looking for new ideas and better ways to do things, improving our storytelling, our video writing, our scripting, and our content filming, as well as implementing new tools and actors and just overall doing everything we possibly could. And only once the videos were actually good enough to blow up did the promotions finally help us build an audience. You could easily promote 1 million videos with this method, but if those videos aren't worth watching, it's never going to translate into real growth beyond just the viewership that you get from the community posts. As well, another key was that when buying these views, that we're also making content of similar related topics. We made sure to only ever purchase community posts from channels that were within our niche already. And we only ever got these promotions from just offering real creators with real audiences significant amounts of money to make it worth it for them to promote us properly. I honestly never had any success whatsoever buying views from shady third-party sites or Instagram DM bullshit or literally anything else at all besides just this method specifically. And so how much did I actually pay for all of these 2 million views? Well, again, it was about 30 promotions spread over the course of about 7 months. And in total, with everything combined together, I paid about $20,000 US. But hey, we took some risks, invested in our content along the way, our channel exploded, and I got this really cool plaque right here in the background that you're seeing right now. And even multiple years later to this day, this channel, Minecraft Curios, is still making me over 6 figures every single year. So I think we can say this was definitely a success. And so if you want to grow more about how I grow my channels, this week I'm hosting a completely free 0 to 10,000 subscribers in the next 45 days bootcamp, where I'll take you through my new best method that I'm still using myself today to grow new YouTube channels from scratch. And I'll break it down for exactly how you can do it by yourself, step by step. And again, it's completely free. You can register at the link in the description or by using the QR code on screen. And thanks for watching.